is up? Everybody, man, what is up? Everybody, man, what is up? Everybody, man, hey, what is up? Everybody, man, what's up? I'm just playing. Man, what's going on, everybody? Happy. Well, you know what? I don't even think it's a happy whatever day. I think just what is going on, friends, family, friends, and friends in lore and more, man. What's going on? Well, guess what? It's going on. Oh, it's time. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Hey, man. It is going to be a wonderful day. Has anybody ever heard of the 20 Russian soldiers that were turned to stone? That's right, by an alien spacecraft. That's right. That is what today's episode is about, my friends. And we are going to get into that, and we are going to see just what in the hell is going on. But first, I want to thank you for joining to No Avail, this mystery podcast. Man, I am your host, Joey to No Avail Shaddy, other known as Joey Bag of Donuts. And, oh man, don't forget, Lincoln, where you at?
What is up, everybody? How you doing? Man, I'm such a goddamn good singer. I mean, man, I'm trying. Okay, sorry, I won't touch. Man, what's up, everybody? You guys, it's gonna be an awesome day. I just gotta say, it's gonna be super cool. I got so much things going on today, and so many cool things that I get to share with you. Now, Bruce over here. Oh, well, he come a little bit of a weetard, but that's okay. That's okay. We still love him all the same. Yep, we do. Oh yeah. I gotta say one thing. Hang on. Oh wait. Okay. I don't know if you guys have heard this one, man. This is great. All right. The National Aeronautics and Space Administrations by the Brookings Institution.
You're going over this already?
Report on the science and the astronautics U.S. House of Representatives. 87th Congress, first session, space life report could be shocked. Yep. And mostly guess who, too? No, guess who? Guess who? Come on, Bruce, guess.
Scientists.
Right, scientists.
Oh, yeah.
Check this out.
Well, I thought we were going over this.
The discovery of intelligent space beings could have a severe effect on the public, according to the research report released by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. The report warned that America should prepare to meet the psychological impact of such a revelation. Now, the 190-page report was the result of a $96,000 one-year study conducted by the Brookings Institution for NASA's Long-Range Study Committee.
Oh.
The public realization that intelligent beings live on other planets could bring about profound changes or even the collapse of our civilization, the research report stated.
I've heard of this.
Societies sure of their own place could have bad scientific effects on scientists.
Uh-oh.
Man, yes.
I've heard of this. I've heard of it.
NASA, if we found even just that there were traces of intelligent life on Mars,
like civilization,
I don't think they're going to want society to know, because that is what this report is talking about. Yeah, it's pretty crazy shit. Now this is gonna be kind of its own show. We're gonna do, is what I think that, hey Bruce, is this tomorrow's?
Yes.
Or are we gonna, I think, we might go a little bit further. I tried to schedule this one on a different, a day that we could really,
dive into it more.
Kind of get into this, but,
Yeah,
man.
Well,
you want to talk about mysteries, man.
Man, it's going to be a cool
To
topic.
no avail.
I thought-
Mystery podcast. Subject, this right here, my friends. This is it.
It really is, actually.
Man, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, hey Bruce. Yeah, have you heard about that?
I have. And,
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm telling you,
And
it's gonna be good.
I thought we were
It's
going to...
gonna be a fun episode, that's for sure.
I thought we were going to
yeah.
get into that more on the... Yes. I mean...
No.
Yeah.
No.
I thought that...
No, but-
Yes. No.
No.
Yes, we...
That's not,
No. No. Link. Man. Wait. No.
Okay, I don't know if you guys have heard this one.
Sorry.
This is great.
Sorry. Man, I had to pull your mic, Lincoln. Well, I don't think it's good for us to argue over, we can do it later. We can do it later, and that's why I love you, my Linky. That's why I love you. Oh, yeah, man. And do you know also... Oh, wait. Oh.
Now you see that evil will always triumph, because good is dumb.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, man, all right. So check this out. This is, man, okay. Now, this is one that I've heard of. I have heard of today. I mean, not today. Lincoln, you're, you have me so excited, Lincoln. You know, you just do. Sometimes I just get so excited.
Excited about what, man? I know, because we are the world, we are the children, we are the world to make a better day, so let's stop kidding! Oh man, I'm such a good singer. I mean, man, I feel like I might be wasting my time in this podcast world. I mean, with such a good voice that I have, I think I might have to drop it. I think I might.
Please don't. I mean, man, I really need you. I really do.
You do, don't you? You wouldn't have shit without me. You're such a... Okay. Yeah, okay, go ahead, Bruce.
Yeah, thank you, Lincoln. I know, man. Where would I be without you, my man? Morse code? Maybe. Thank you. So, man, all right, let's just dive right into this. Oh, Saint LMC. Oh, God, what is up? Hey, we have... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. This... Oh,
Hey, Bruce.
Uh-oh.
Hey, all right. So in today's episode, guys, we are gonna be doing. Well, we're going over,
we've got
the state by state laws. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But first, I gotta give a shout out to my woman, my baby. Please don't tell. I mean,
your girlfriend.
She gets jealous.
Yeah, she was mad last time. What's up, Link? Yeah? You gonna...
It's a little jealous, but Saint LMC.
Yeah.
Give it up for Saint LMC. Listen, we have something real cool for you, man. Bruce he'll cover it with you, but you are such a beautiful person.
Yeah.
Well, Bruce,
I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
You brought me up, to be respectful,
Go ahead.
especially towards women, such as yourself, beautiful women. And we've got something awesome for you. Everybody, I want you to give it up for Saint LMC. She is amazing. She is a great.
She is our first patron. Yep. Saint LMC, thank you. Thank you so much. You are awesome.
Don't tell.
I won't. I'm not going to tell. Man, last time she flipped out when you were... I know. But I think... she never listened to the show anyway, Lincoln. Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, you know.
Yeah, we're going to... Well...
Huh?
Anyway. Everybody give it up for St. LMC. She's got a great podcast. Check it out. It's from Sinner to Saint. If you haven't checked it out, everybody, check it out on Podbean. Look up From Sinner to Saint. She's got a podcast going, and I dig it. I was listening to it. I think it's awesome.
We listened to it last
everybody,
night.
check it out, man. She's a super cool chick. Very, very awesome young lady. And, man, she deserves a huge, round of applause. And everybody, yes, please, check out her podcast. I am speechless with how cool this girl is. Might be my girlfriend.
Linky.
Well, we're not going to tell. All right. Yes. So,
Linky.
St. LMC, thank you, sweetheart. You are something amazing. And, yes, she is our first patron. Yep. She's going to get real cool. And if we become patrons,
Everybody, give it up.
For us, like the first 20 people. We're going to get this real cool thing, too, as well. Well, if you know that we had an astronomy podcast. And really, the biggest mystery to us, right, Bruce? I mean, is this...
Yes. I think so.
If I think I speak for both of us.
Yeah, definitely.
The universe.
Yeah.
Our universe that we live in. Space. Everything. Well, Bruce, don't you agree with me on this?
Yes, absolutely.
The most mysterious...
we're a universe.
Mysteries in the whole entire...
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about Bigfoot, we talk about all these cryptids and the dude.
And they are cool,
and
they are
mysterious,
yeah.
and all these disappear, but nothing has got the universe and the divine the things that are the physics that are made in the universe.
The universe is
Hey Bruce, take it over. Yep. I just had to give a shout out because LMC, you are so awesome. You have a big place in my heart. I mean,
that's both. He's speaking for both of us.
Right.
He's speaking for both of us.
That's all right. Go on with the show. Go on with the show.
Thank you, Lincoln.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. St. LMC, thank you a million. You are our first patron. We have something really awesome for you. In my email, email me your address. We're gonna send you something real cool. We don't have our shirts made, but it's gonna be something cooler than that. We are and I can tell you what it is, or we can surprise you. But it's real cool. We can tell you unless you want to be a surprise. But it's something real fun. Everybody give it up. And also check out her podcast as well. It is, I was listening to it. It's real cool because it's kind of like a banter of just it's kind of how my pod is. I mean, in the way that we just banter and talk. I thought it was real cool. She's got cool people on there. So if you haven't, check out her podcast. It's super cool. It is, what was it, Lincoln? You said, it's St. Alex. I had it, messed it up. Anyway, if you haven't, check out her podcast. She is super cool chick. She definitely is a big part of, she can be a host on here anytime. Hey, you can call in anytime. Talk, be a host. You are definitely family to No Avails Mystery Podcast. That's right. You really are. We thank you so much. Yep. She gave, she's a patron. She put in, we take that very seriously, man. Anybody that supports us like that, $3, $1, that means the world to us. And we show the most awesome appreciation in them. So we are definitely... You are anytime. anytime at all, you are welcome. You are always a co-host on this show. Anytime you want to call in, you got a place right here, all the time. Thank you so much for your support. That means the world to me, the world to Linky. I think that Lincoln might. I think he might be in love now. This bitch have a girlfriend, and no. I'm not saying she's a female dog. It's a woman. She doesn't listen to the show much. Plus, I think you're better looking than she is. So I think you stole Lincoln's heart. You may have got mine, but man, you know what? You're awesome. Thank you so much for the support. It means the world. And like I said, everybody, check out her podcast. It's really, really cool. It's something that I really dig in a podcast. So everybody, check it out. Check it out. I better turn that off. That's my song for all the awesome, like, good people. I'm a drummer in bands, and that's my friend Stephanie's a guitar player of Descendants, so he let me use my world on here. So I always play that to jam out. I hope I don't get kicked off Spotify again. We got kicked off Spotify. I think we got kicked off Spotify for... Wait a minute. This is such a badass breakdown. I mean, dude, who cannot say that is not the baddest ass breakdown ever in the world, man? For real. All right, guys. Today, man, we are doing... You got kicked off of Acre, Wisdom, don't feel, yeah. The music is a killer. Even though I will say, I'm always like, man, this is what band it is. It's not like I'm trying to use anyone's music. I mean, if I wanted to, I play in bands, I can use my own music. But, I mean, I'm sure nobody wants to hear no. And we were at, okay, wait, this is actually a story. This is like a really, it's like my ghost story of, like any... We were on tour, I think, we were in, Virginia? I believe we were in Virginia. We were playing this venue. And I was sitting there playing, and I got shoved real hard off my drum dome. I was like, what the And I thought it was my drum tech, and I turned around, and he was giving me this fucking weird look. And I was like, what are you? And everybody was just looking at me like, what the hell? And they all saw me get shoved by an invisible force. And it was weird. And then I found out, like, the place was haunted and, like, weird shit always happens. But that's my my kind of weird story. That was when we were touring a lot. But it was crazy. I mean, I literally felt someone shove me really, 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 really... I mean, off my I'm sorry for cussing, my drum dome. It was crazy, but amongst other instances, you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna say this too. I moved all of our stuff in from our storage or whatever, and I cannot talk today. God, man, you know what? I can't. Yeah, I know. I know. No. It is. Usually because it's so early. It's not really early. I can't even blame it on that. Man, do you, your dad used to run a paranormal... Did you really? Oh, shit. We need to talk. St. LMC, I want you to come on and tell your stories. You can do it. You don't have to today. You can do it anytime. Actually, get a hold. Email me. You got my email address. When you email me your address, because we're gonna send you something real cool. Yes, I will set up a whole episode and for you to come on. But you can come. You can man. You're a host of this show. I mean, this is you are part of our family. But we'll talk about it because I want you to come on and tell me some stories. I always like I always like people to call in and tell me their stories. I get emails from people and I read their stories, but I love it when people call in and tell their story. Sorry, I'm sorry. I just not. Yeah, I can only blame it on one thing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a dumbass. That's basically that's the only excuse I got, guys. Well, I never claimed to be smart. I only claimed, oh my God, last night, Lincoln snuck out with he wrecked the UFO. Man, this has been months now.
I did not wreck the goddamn UFO. I swear to God, get over that shit. Seriously. I was driving it, and I hit the corner of the house. It wasn't me. Sorry for cussing, but God, get over it, Dad. And what the hell, Bruce? What the hell?
No, I got you. So, his dumbass took the UFO out last night and took a selfie again, and posted on Facebook like I wasn't going to see it. Here, I'm going to show everybody the selfie he took out in space. I'm sure he was trying to send it to St. LMC. I'll post it. This was a selfie he took. I wasn't gonna see it. I mean, dude. Let me see. Wait, okay. Yeah, he posted on, yeah. He does this. He's doing it a lot, and he wrecked it, but this is a picture. He flew out and he took our nope, not that. He took our broken down UFO. Hang on, look, where did it go? Oh man, Lincoln. Go over there for a while. Yeah. You know you weren't supposed to take that out anyway because, yeah. Yes, and you did, Rick. You little shit. All right, all right, here it is. Little fucker. He posted this. He took a selfie thinking I wasn't going to see it. Look at that, man, out in space. It took our UFO, little fucker. I mean, man, it's like, what are you gonna do? Oh well, he's a good producer for the show. Anyway, getting into what today's show was. All right, man. So check this out. Yeah, that's Lincoln. He took the selfie last night of him in space in our UFO that is partially wrecked. Yeah, little motherfucker. I mean, no cussing. We don't cuss on here. Little asshole. Anyway. Have you guys heard? You know what? Actually, okay. Here, I'll post. I'm gonna post I'll post this. So for all the viewers, visuals. Hang on. Let me. Okay. That's not. All right. Okay. We're gonna put. Wait. That's not. All right. This is a CIA paper that came out. That is about the Russian. Yes. Now, I have heard of this one. I'm not real familiar with it. The first paragraph it published with, and it's all like in boldface. Now, let me see. Let me find. I'm really good about losing where the hell I am in different things. Like I said, I never claimed to be the smartest person in the world. Just the second to last dummy of the world. But I mean, we all know that, so it's nothing surprising to the world. So the alleged CIA report of the Russian soldiers turned to stone during a UFO. God, I cannot talk today, Lincoln. You might have to do this whole entire thing. Plus, I'm sure nobody wants to hear my annoying ass voice anyway. I'm sure people are annoyed by my goddamn voice. So yes, these Russian soldiers turned to stone during a UFO interception. The report is from the 1980s and was recently rehashed. I think, Joe Rogan. He had it on his show. Now, the extraordinary claims have resurfaced regarding an incident in which over 20 Russian soldiers were reportedly turned to stone by an extraterrestrial weapon. I'm just kidding. Okay, it's not an extraterrestrial weapon.
Wait, okay, I got one. One has 3 balls and comes from outer space. E.T., the extraterrestrial. The extraterrestrial. Oh my God, I love him.
Lincoln, you have said that so many. I mean, that. I loved your extraterrestrial joke, Lincoln. I think that's the 80th. Okay, but yeah, sorry everybody. Well, we all have to deal with this little dog we call Lincoln, but I think it's getting better, or maybe it isn't. You know what? We're gonna leave that one up to you. Yes, we are. Anyway. See, Lincoln, I mean, you're messing up the element of surprise.
The extraterrestrial.
I had to turn Lincoln like that. Man, oh boy. Yeah, I can't kick him off. I mean, he's the producer. He does everything on here, Like I say, Anyway, moving on. So Joe Rogan, he shared this story as well. As you know, the popular podcast host, Joe Rogan, recently shared details from a 250-page report allegedly written by the CIA, shedding light on the incident. I've never really listened to any of Joe Rogan's podcasts. I don't really, I hear I guess he's got a great podcast. I don't know. I would say it's much better than mine, but I think anybody has a better podcast than I do. I'm pretty sure, but I hear he's got a great podcast, and I actually need. I'm going to start listening to this. Okay, Joe Rogan. I hear it's really great. So allegedly written by the CIA, the original reports collected by KGB agents in the late God, I'm such a good speaker, man. You know, I should do this for the White House. You know what I mean? I mean, I mean, you guys, seriously, am I not amazing at this? I know. I thank you, I bow. Thank you so much. Yeah. I see you back there. Hey, it was in the late 1980s, were later covered by Ukrainian media and documented in the classified intelligence file in 1983. Well. According to Rogan, the report suggests that a saucer-shaped spacecraft flew low above a Russian army unit during routine training exercises. Then a member of the unit fired, which I still don't know why. I mean, man, I don't know. Let's not fucking shoot down alien UFOs. Let's not do that. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't think it's a good idea because, listen, if they flew thousands of light years to get here, I'm pretty goddamn sure that they will have the technology to, I mean, dude, take us off like we were fucking ants or fleas. I just, yeah, I mean, yeah, I just, okay. Oh, man. Then a member of the unit fired a surface-to-air missile, hitting the UFO, and it crashed nearby. 5 humanoid creatures, short in stature, with large heads and black eyes, emerged from the wreckage, according to Joe Rogan, he said. The story takes a bizarre twist from here. Now, according to Rogan, who read the report, the surviving soldiers testified that the aliens merged into a single object after exiting the spaceship. This object then transformed into a spherical shape, emitting a rapid humming sound. He said that suddenly it disintegrated into a brilliant white powder, rapidly expanding in size until it exploded in a blinding light. At that moment, all 23 soldiers watching the phenomena turned into stone pillars. I actually read that I think 20 of them did, but 2 of them were not in the whatever side of the blinding light or something. How did the report surface? Now you might ask. These astonishing claims were made by, here we go, the 2 soldiers who managed to survive the incident due to partial protection from the ensuing explosion, according to the report. Now, Joe Rogan added that the KGB report stated that both the remains of the UFO and the petrified soldiers were transported to a top-secret research facility near Moscow, leaving their fate unclear. The document further revealed, he said, that several unidentified objects, colored red, green, and yellow, were sighted. God, I'm swearing to God, man. Well, am I ever gonna make? I know, man. No, I won't. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, as I was going. Green and yellow were sighted flying over various bases in Antarctica. Antarctica is now like everybody's, it's like the and it's for good reason, talked about, topic of especially extra testicle. I thought I turned your mic off, dude. Extraterrestrial. You guys get the point. Extraterrestrial. Shut up, Lincoln. In 1991, this last Soviet Union president, Mikhail Gorbachev, ordered the destruction of these documents, but they somehow ended up in the hands of the CIA. Recordings from the document captured Gorbachev affirming that the report unequivocally proves the existence of extraterrestrial Lincoln beings, and they should be taken very seriously. As per the report claims, experts speculate that the energy emitted by the aliens could have caused a transformation in the soldiers' organic structure, rendering their molecules indistinguishable from stone. Yeah. Yeah. Despite the sensation... Oh, man, did you do that too, Lincoln? Despite the sensational nature of these events, skeptics remain unconvinced about the authenticity. God, dude. Put a fork in it. Hang me but the pair. Over there, authenticity of the claims. Nevertheless, the alleged CIA reports offers... Oh my God, oh my God, my phone's been tapped. Oh my God. My phone's been tapped. What I was reading has been... Oh my God. Oh, it's over now. Oh my God. My phone's been tapped. Yep. Well. Oh, no, it hasn't. It just went off. Nevertheless, the alleged CIA reports offers a captivating glimpse into a remarkable encounter involving Russian soldiers and a UFO, adding fuel to the ongoing debate surrounding the existence of extraterrestrial life.
Three balls and exercise. Oh my God. Okay. God, Jesus.
Okay. Man, Lincoln, you ready for a walk? Oh, yeah. I know. You're just... Okay. I am for really. It is the craziest thing I've never heard. Yeah? Yes. Yes. Now, I actually posted the document on my thing, but I don't know how well that really posts, but the file contains not only many documentary photographs and drawings, but also testimonies by actual participants in the event. One of the CIA representatives referred to this case as a horrific picture of revenge on the part of extraterrestrial extraterrestrial creatures, Lincoln. A picture that makes one's blood freeze. That's right. According to the KGB materials, quote, low-flying spaceship in conducting routine training maneuvers. For unknown reasons, somebody unexpectedly launched a surface-to-air missile and hit the UFO again. Idiot. It fell to Earth not far away, and 5 short humanoids with large heads and large black eyes emerged from it. It is stated in the testimonies... Oh, man. Lincoln, just don't. By the 2 soldiers who remained alive, that after freezing themselves from the debris, the aliens acquired a spherical shape. That object began to buzz and bliss and go crazy, extremely with a bright light. At that very instant, 23 soldiers who had luminous explosions survived. Now, the KGB report goes on to say that the remains of the UFO and the petrified soldiers were transferred to a secret scientific research institute near Moscow. This is all on that document that I posted. So That's so, man. I take what you will on you know what I mean. Now, I again, as you all know, there is nothing that I don't believe. I mean, really, and I mean, I'm a huge astronomy nerd, and man, space and you know, dark energy and matter. Even with the space, the with within the space of the things we can't see, there are constant protons and constant things that are bleeping in and out of existence. I mean, and it kind of goes into the string theory thing. You know what I mean? Like, and this is a real cool theory, actually. There's the theory that as well, if it's like with the theory of string theory, that these note like that if you hit a string on one side of the, you know, it's gonna wobble, and that wobble is what these elements are going in and out of existence on, is the wave of the string, and that's the matter that is coming bleeping in and out of existence. I did a real cool show on it. I don't know what episode it was. I don't think that we did it like a whole show on that, but it deserves its own. And we'll do and I'll do one because it really is. I mean, I love the hell out of really. That's the stuff you obsess over. Oh man, you would love my astronomy stuff. Which, and now you are a patron. I'm gonna start posting all my astronomy. I found I think all my astronomy ones. If you love that, man, you are a patron, so you will be able to get. I'll start posting it for you. I've been trying to do that. So what I'll do, I gotta figure one thing out, but I will. For you, I got you, man. But yes, no, I'm this. I actually, when I started this podcast, I did stick with the cryptid, but I went ahead and did the mystery podcast thing because I didn't want to just talk about cryptid because the universe, the way that everything, that is more of a mystery than anything. I'm a obsessive nerd of astronomy and space and all that. I could talk for hours about it. I will. I'll post. Like the episodes so you can hear. Now, again, it's my annoying voice, and it's, you know, probably just as bad of a podcast as this one is. But so you'll have to, you know, get past that part. But some people said they liked it. I don't know, but I love talking about that and anything astronomy. And actually, me and Lincoln, we want to do more. I don't know. I want to hear from more people about if they want to hear about that kind of stuff. That's why I always say, man, anybody, please leave comments. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, George. He is a friend of mine, great friend of mine. He's I met him on Puppy. He's got his podcast is and you know, I never know if I say this right. It's Yukid YUKICD. And it's like, how old are you? Check that out. It's check out his podcast. It's real cool. He's a good friend of mine. He's definitely a homie, brother. But yeah, hey George, I did get your comment. But yeah, man, everybody, saying, yeah, check out his podcast as well. it's Yukicd. I feel like I always am saying it wrong. Like you could, you could. Yeah. Anyway, real cool dude. Oh, also Saint LMC. I was listening to your podcast, and you guys brought up, oh my God, what's his name? What is, what? Oh God, yeah, that's definitely, yeah, that's my stupidity working through my mouth. Yeah, what can I say? It's the craziest thing I've never heard. What is that, dude? Man, you were talking. Actually, I think that you mentioned something about him being possessed. Oh my God, I cannot believe I cannot remember his name. I talk to him all the time. He's got a great podcast. He's always talking about aliens. Me and him are I talk to him all the time. They took you. Yes. Big Chief. Great dude, man. I absolutely love him. For his birthday, I sent him some books. And he's real cool dude. I like him a lot. I have not talked to him. It's been about a week, but he is a great guy. I'm glad that you know him. And do you like? I mean, are you guys cool? Is he? He's a real nice dude. I really like him. It made me happy to hear that you guys were talking. Brought him up. Also, well, actually, you know what? I'll talk to you about that in like an email, so that it might be a personal thing. So I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to put you on it. But I want to talk to you about, if I understand right, are you pretty religious? I'm not. I think that I heard that correctly, but I don't want to. I'll talk to you about it on an email, or when we're not on the air. I don't know how. I don't want to put you on a. I don't like putting people on a spot or something on air. You know what I'm saying? I'm very respectful to everybody, all the time. But because I don't know, some things are just not people's business, and I don't want to talk about something that they're not comfortable with. I'm just very respectful towards everyone. But I do want to remind me in an email, or if we talk, remind me that about this subject. But anyway, so guess what we get to get into, guys? Oh yeah, oh, what is your name, motherfucker? We are going over state to state lords. That's right, man. I gotta go. I gotta finish these. I do. So, I gotta take a very short break. Do not go anywhere. I'll be right back. Nobody go anywhere. St. LMC, do not go anywhere. Everybody else, don't go anywhere. I will be right back. I won't leave you bored. I will leave you with this, maybe. Let me see.
Dr. Paisley. I used to look up at the moon.
You know what? No.
Hey, Bruce. Do you know what
Oh, what, Lincoln?
general relativity is? Well, I'm going to tell you. Essentially,
Here you go, St. LMC.
it's a theory of gravity. The basic idea is that instead of being an invisible force that attracts objects, to one another, gravity is a curving or warping of space. The more massive an object, the more it warps space around it. That's why, like the sun, that's why things go around it. I was
Thanks,
wondering
Lincoln. I know.
if you knew that.
Yes.
That's what it is.
That's what I love. I think that's what I love about Lincoln. you know, he'll just start talking about, you know, that.
Okay, I don't know if you guys have heard this
Oh,
one.
what,
This is
Lincoln?
great. All right.
What,
The
Lincoln?
National Aeronautics
Oh, you
and
already-
Space Administrations by the Brookings Institution
I think you.
report on the science and the astronautics U.S.
This is
House
cool,
of
but this is
Representatives.
we talked.
87th Congress, first session,
Here we go.
Space Life Report could be shocked.
This is cool
Yep.
though.
And mostly guess who, too?
What?
You know, guess
Scientists.
who? Guess who?
Scientists.
Come on,
Scientists.
Bruce. Guess.
Scientists.
That's right, scientists.
Okay.
Check this out.
Oh, what?
The discovery of intelligent space beings could have a severe effect on the public, according to the research report released by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
Wait.
The report warned that America should prepare to meet the psychological impact of such a revelation. Now, the 190-page report was the result of a $96,000 one-year study conducted by the Brookings Institution for NASA's Long Range Study Committee. The public realization that intelligent beings live on other planets could bring about profound changes or even the collapse of our civilization, the research report stated. Societies sure of their own place could have bad scientific effects on scientists.
This is
And yes,
the topic we're doing.
if
Yes.
we
On the show.
NASA, if we found even just that there were traces of intelligent life on Mars,
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna want society to know because that is what this report is talking about.
Huh.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy shit. Now we're gonna.
Yeah.
This is gonna be kind of its own show. We're gonna do. This is what I think that.
Is it
Hey,
Monday?
Bruce.
I think-
Bruce, is this tomorrow's?
I think
or
we
are
were gonna. I
I
think.
think we might go a little bit further. I tried to schedule this one on
I
on a
think
different,
Wednesday.
you know, a day that we could really
Well, I think
kind of get into
it's
this.
a lot of. I think Wednesday.
Yeah, man.
Wednesday.
You want to hear? You want to talk about mysteries? Oh, man.
It is cool.
To
It is.
no avail. Mystery podcast.
What would I do without you?
Subject.
What?
This right here, my friends. This is it.
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Hey. Okay.
What?
I don't know if you guys
No.
have heard this.
What? Okay. Well. Yeah, I know, but no, because we have to. No, I've got. No, we have to take a break. Yes.
Yes, no, because listen to me. Listen. I just, all I wanted to do was just, you know what? I'm done with this. Oh, man. Okay. I know, but I just wanted to try to introduce it, to build it up for Wednesday. But fine. All right, guys. We are taking a break. Bruce says we gotta take a break, my lord. Gee, my knees, it's up, baby.
Turn your. I turned it off, Link. All right, everybody. We can take a short break again, but wait. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave you totally bored. So listen to this for a minute. I'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere.
Last year at the beginning of summer, I visited my Nana's farm with my mom for just a weekend. Her farm is located in a very rural and secluded area, right at the foot of a mountain in a rural area of South Carolina. The roads in my area are poorly maintained and barely wide enough for two cars to pass by each other. The houses are spread out and pretty far back into the tree line from the road, so there is very little ambient light besides a car's headlights in the distance. So, my mom and I were driving along. her in the driver's seat and me in the passenger. It was around 11 p.m. and we were about 15 minutes away from Nana's, deep in the woods with the radio down, almost silent. We come onto this straight stretch of road in a heavily wooded area, and suddenly, this blur of a creature darts out across the road, right at the edge of our headlights. It was moving incredibly fast, but my mom and I got a really good look at it, and both of us agreed at what we saw. It was a reasonably large creature, roughly the size of a person, maybe just a bit bigger. Neither of us could make out the shape of the head, but we both remember it appearing to have a segmented body, as if it were emaciated and its ribcage were poking out. The reflection of a light made it hard for me to tell the color, but my mom said she remembered it to be dark, and she didn't see any fur or hair. It had long, gangly limbs as it moved across the road. It didn't run the way a dog or a horse would with all four legs. The best word to describe it would be that it was loping, using its front limbs to pull itself along and moving considerably fast. We both said something along the lines of, "What the heck is that?" as it crossed in front of us. As we got up to where it had crossed, I turned to look at it, and as we reached the other side of the road, where it was just out of our headlights, I looked, and I swear on my life, it stood up and it ran. Not like a dog, but like a person, as if it were bipedal. I immediately yelled that it had stood up, and we both started getting nervous. I honestly would have thought that I was going insane had another person in the car not seen it with me. My mom has always been a pretty level-headed person, and not superstitious in any circumstance, but she was incredibly nervous and was pretty scared about this. We had to agree not to tell Nana about this to avoid scaring her. I recently came across an article about a woman who was hunting and claimed to have seen an invisible or cloaked creature that she likened to the Predator from the movie of the same name. I read her story and saw the picture she took of the supposed predator. Regarding the picture, I believe it may be a result of a sun flare and a close-up of her face. However, I am not dismissing her story. In fact, I'm quite doing the opposite, as I also have had a similar encounter that led me to seek out if anybody else has experienced this predator-type creature in the woods. Now, on to my encounter. When I was around 5 years old, I used to play near the woods behind my grandmother's house. I played there frequently, and my grandmother would keep an eye on me from the kitchen or living room, as the house had large windows facing the woods. Every now and then, she would come out and check on what I was doing. I was really into digging in the dirt and collecting unusual rocks and arrowheads scattered around the area where my grandmother lived. This is Midwest Illinois, not far from Cahokia Mounds, so finding arrowheads was not super uncommon. Anyway, that day I remember picking out a spot to dig. I'd been out there for quite some time because I remember I had a decent-sized hole going when something caught my eye in the tree I was next to. I don't really know how to explain it, but it looked like a heat ray coming off the branch. It was fall. I remember this because I had my pink jacket on, and I remember thinking that my mom was going to be pissed that I had dirt around the bottom of my arms from digging. I also remember there being a lot of leaves on the ground. Anyway, I am staring at this quote-unquote heat wave and realizing it was somewhat of a human shape. So here I am, 5 years old, and wondering why an invisible man is in the tree. I remember feeling scared but unsure what to do. Then it started moving and making a faint clicking sound. That is when I decided I was not supposed to see this and hightailed it back to the house. My grandmother saw I was pretty shaken, and I remember telling her I had just seen an angel. In my 5-year-old mind, I didn't know what else it could be. I had never seen aliens, heard of ghosts, or monsters at this point. So it really had to be an angel, because that's all my little mind could think of. Fast forward to when I'm about 12 years old or so. By this time, the encounter was way out of my mind. I loved watching action and sci-fi movies. My dad rented a movie called Predator. I'm watching it with him, and the first time you see the Predator invisible/cloaked, I about crapped myself. All the memories from that day, digging in the dirt, came flooding back. I even asked my dad if the Predator was real or not, and if anybody had known any animal that could do something like that. He wasn't really sure, but he told me the Predator thing was definitely fake. It wasn't like today where we could just Google it and figure it all out, you know? I had no access to the internet. So again, I just put it out of my mind. Fast forward to about the year of 2004. I'm grown, have 3 small children, and just went through a separation from my husband. I moved to the next town over to an apartment with my kids. These apartments are all 1-level duplexes and 5 buildings. I am at the very last apartment in the previous building. The apartments are considered in town, but they're more on the outskirts. A deep ditch runs behind the buildings. A chain-link fence separates them from this massive set of woods. There's about 6 or 7 trees on the side of our wall. If you follow the ditch a little bit, you'll hit this small forest that eventually leads to a country road with a bunch of extensive farmland and a bunch more forest and whatnot. I am a smoker, but I would not smoke in the apartment because of the kids, so I often went out onto the back porch. One night I was up late doing laundry and stuff after the kids went to bed. I decided to go outside and take a smoke break before I went to sleep. I am back on the porch and started hearing this faint clicking sound. I immediately looked to the ditch because I had seen a groundhog there a few days before and thought perhaps it was there again. The backyard is dimly illuminated by the nearby playground light to the right of the back porch. The faint clicking sound kept happening, and a slight movement made me look up into the tree to the left of my porch. Something was there. I didn't see a groundhog or anything like that, but what I did see was vaguely in the shape of a humanoid. It had to have been the same thing that I saw when I was 5. It gave off that same distortion. It was crouched down on the branch with one arm out, holding on to the tree trunk. I couldn't believe it. Is this really happening, is all I could think to myself. Has it come to kill me from seeing it all those years ago? All I could think was about my kids and everybody sleeping in the apartment. I ran inside and slammed the door, locking it immediately. I ran to my kids' rooms and closed all their windows and locked those as well. Then I turned off all the lights in the living room and stared out the blinds at the tree to see if I could catch another glimpse of it. I sat there for what had to be about 10 minutes, maybe even more, and I never saw another thing. I began to think, maybe I was just tired. Maybe I was just hallucinating it. And just as I was finally talking myself down, my neighbor's dog came running across the yard and started barking at the tree at the same branch where I had seen this predator thing. That freaked me out even more, because that dog was not a barker, and now it kind of reassured what I had just seen. I didn't sleep a wink that night. I have never... I had a really strange experience last winter at Congaree National Park, just outside of Columbia. It's a beautiful boardwalk that winds through the swamps and cypress forest. If you look at the image, the story might make more sense. I used to live in Columbia, South Carolina, and I often visited the Congaree National Park, also known as the CNP, so I know the area fairly well. I would frequently hop on the fence and walk along the boardwalk at night. It was incredibly peaceful to stroll through the swamp and listen to the sounds of wildlife. There was never a ranger or a guard present after hours, so I was always alone. I went for a walk in October of 2021 with a flashlight. There were lots of insects and frogs making noise, but it suddenly stopped when I was about a mile in. I heard what I thought was my wife call me from the trail ahead, but she wasn't there with me. I was alone, and she was out of town. I then heard water sloshing to my right and saw nothing. I chalked it up to being tired and kept on moving. The wildlife started up shortly, and everything seemed to be fine again. Probably about 15 minutes later, I noticed that it got eerily quiet again, and I heard swamp water sloshing to my left one more time. But this time, it was much more deliberate, almost like somebody walking with purpose. I was in a thick portion of the cypress and couldn't see more than 20 feet in front of me at my best. And then I heard my wife's voice again. Again, she wasn't with me. She was out of town, certainly not moving through a swamp at 1 a.m. I saw what looked like a human silhouette move between the trees for a split second, but it was off. Very skinny, pale, and taller than me at 6 foot. I noped the hell out of there really quickly and ran.
I didn't really know what I wanted out of life early on. Over the years, have really learned about what I want to pursue. Purdue Global has helped me with having the flexibility to go to school full-time as well as work full-time. Start your comeback at purdueglobal.edu.
And almost the 2 miles back to my truck and didn't slow down until I heard the wildlife again. Like I said, this is a boardwalk that's in a swamp in the boonies. Nobody is walking around in the dead of night like I am. I'm probably the weirdest person around here. At least, I think so. I feel like I should add that I wasn't high or sleep deprived. I just like going in the woods at night. I was so freaked out by this, I came to the show and had to submit it 100% immediately because I wanted you to hear it. I'm convinced that I have encountered some sort of crawler or wendigo or something else that can mimic voices. Growing up on a
What is up, everybody? You got curse, but what I want you to know, motherfucker, that deep on space. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I'm just kidding. You know what? It's better off if I don't ever sing.
Yeah. Don't sing. Play the drums all you want, man. Don't sing, dude. Okay, man. I'm just trying to help you out.
All right, guys. Yeah, well. Back to, yay! State to state lore. Well, okay, dude. Everybody, as you know, not everybody. Well, everybody. Every state, every you know, I don't even know what that was. Yeah, it was a thought pattern that I shouldn't have said that out loud. All right, man. Okay. Oh man. All right. So we were we were going over these state to state type lore things. What yesterday? Actually, man, I think maybe we've been trying to go over these for been a minute, a while. Stop me if I'm wrong here, because well, you know, as always, I'm pretty much always wrong. But if I'm wrong here and I'm back pedaling, and I'm saying the same thing over, well, I guess we're gonna listen to it. I mean, we're not. It's just all right. Yesterday we were on Iowa. The kissing the black angel will lead to an early grave. Tell you what, man, I need to go find this black angel quickly. Anyway, so now we go on to the next state of love. Just kidding. I don't know why that. Kansas. That is right. Now, Ground to Hamburger by the Hamburger Man. I mean, you know what? That's a topic I don't think anybody could go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Lincoln, not a damn word, dude. Just lay there, man. I can't imagine what you would have to say about a Ground to Hamburger by the Hamburger Man. Just don't. Okay. Yeah. No. I love you, dude. I do. But just don't. I turned your mic off for a sec. Oh man, if you find yourself near the sandhills outside of Hutchinson, oh my God, Hutchinson, Kansas. My sister lived in Hutchinson. Man. Okay, anyway, it's best to leave as quickly as you can because Hamburger Hill is home to ghoul of sorts that'll turn you into paste. That's what happened to you, Katie. I'm just kidding. Maybe to Mike, though. They would know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the legend has been around since at least the 50s, according to Mysterious Heartland, and goes a little something like this. Hit it. I'm just kidding. A being known as the Hamburger Man. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, man. I'm going to try this again. Okay. I know you can't do it, Lincoln. Okay. A being known as the Hamburger Man stalks I'm trying, man. Okay. The Hamburger Hill looking for some unsuspecting hikers. When he comes upon one, he'll attack the Oh my God. I try to do. Man. It's not. It's. It's for. Okay. He'll attack, dragging them back to his little shack. Hamburger Man in a shack. Okay. Where he murders them with a sharp hook and grinds them into hamburger. Really, that's the craziest thing I've never heard. All right, I apologize to everybody. The origin of the being isn't quite known. I wonder why. It's a hamburger from McDonald's. That's not funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Quite known, and it's debated whether he's a man or a ghost. I can tell you which one. Okay. Oh God, the Wichita Eagle, for example. Hey, at least we're getting somewhere. Says some think he's just a man who was disfigured in a car accident by a house fire. Meanwhile, serving in what? Serving in a war, and that made him. Okay. It's not important, though. Since all the sources say, if you meet this man, fucking run. I didn't cuss. I'm sorry. Actually, I would just sit there and laugh. There's only one way your story ends: ground up and served for dinner. That wasn't even funny. I mean, that was. Did you write that, Lincoln? Because everything else, it was okay. Now we go on to the next state. The next state of love. That's not true at all either. Yeah, rolled off my. Anyway, Kentucky, a murderous trickster goat man. Oh, who doesn't love a damn goat man? The murderous trickster goat man. All right, in Kentucky, they say. Kentucky is reportedly home to a mysterious creature of its own. And this one is a murderous trickster who takes on a form similar to a satyr from Greek mythology. What a cool satire he may be. The Pope Lick Monster. Is this real? Okay. I'm in the middle of doing this. Do that. Fucks up my whole thing. I will call you. See, oh no. And everybody still did oh shit. My show ended. I'm gonna get mad. Okay. Can everyone still hear me? Okay. I hope so. Okay. I know, right? I'm hungry too. I want a hamburger. It was, man, I said the same thing. Big Mac now is what I'm saying too, man. Yes, yes. Thank you. I'm glad that I'm not the only one. Can everyone still hear me? Are we still on? Is this okay? I'm just gonna. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Saint LMC, you are a doll. You really are. All right. I'm going to try to do this, okay? Kentucky is reportedly home to a mysterious creature of its own, and this is one a murderous trickster who takes on a form of a similar satire from Greek mythology. The Pope Lick Monster, okay, is the beast, is as the beast is called. Seems to be a mix of trickster lore and that story about the troll living under the bridge. According to Atlas Obscura, this creature calls the Pope Lick Trestle Bridge home, hence the name. The half man, half goat being waits for people to come by, and then he uses some form of hypnosis, potentially a sort of siren song, to lure people into this bridge. The Poplick Bridge isn't decommissioned by any means. It's very much an active trainway. Under the Goatman's spell, his victims walk the tracks until a passing train runs them over. Well, that doesn't sound really okay. There are other stories about this being that claim he jumps down from the bridge to land on cars like some sort of psychotic daredevil. Wait a minute, I have a story about that. When I was younger, if you've ever heard of the Center of the Universe in Tulsa, we used to drop acid and jump onto the train from the bridge. We'll just leave it at that. Whatever the case may be, people. This was now. This is a long time ago. I mean, I think I was 11 or 12. That's okay. It's not now. In case anybody wants to. Anyway, I had a. Yeah, my name is Kyle. Anyway, people have died at the Pope Lick Bridge. I wonder why from accidents while trespassing on the trainway. Well, that is very, very. I hope I don't have to run into some more funny names because I'm ruining this whole thing by I can't help it. And okay, so going to the next states that we love and maybe not love, but want to love, and if we do love, it's great love. Louisiana, a deformed clan of people haunts Grunch Road. I will say this: Louisiana is a great place to go this tour to and they pay good. Anyway, the Louisiana tale about the people at the end of Grunch Road is. I'm not going to, but it's surely one of the weirder legends out there. But given the state's melting pot heritage, nobody's all that surprised. I was. Somewhere back in the bayou, down a lane formerly called Grunch Road, which is a weird name, lives a clan of dwarfs. Awesome. And albino folks, according to 97.3 The Dog. God, I hate when I do that. I hate it. And I still... Why do I hate it? I hate it when I do that. Sorry. It's said that these people were hassled all the time by residents who treated them as some sort of local freak shows. Well, dwarves and albino folks, I mean, well, it's just, you know what? I mean, okay. The group wanted nothing more than to live in peace. Okay, avoiding the world and the jerks that made their lives hell. They became more and more secluded until interbreeding and inbreeding left their barely looking human. Well, I mean, what? Okay. They, we'll just leave it at that. Okay. Still, they were treated as freaks. And that's not okay. Because I don't think anybody should. Yeah. I have a very strong opinion about that. But, that is until pets started disappearing. By the time people began to go missing, everyone knew to leave them alone. That might be a good idea. Best Things Louisiana talks of a rumor claiming these people hired a type of beast to protect them and drive off anyone coming close to their territory. Okay, that's. Others say they made a deal with the devil. Now, one thing's certain. You wouldn't want to meet them at the end of a Grunch road. Me either. Well, for a couple reasons. Now moving all the way up to a really, really far state from Louisiana. Maine. Yeah, Maine. Maine is a cool state. That was an awesome state. Beautiful state, really. Catherine of Catherine Mountain is this one. Now, as far as myths from Maine are concerned, most of them are fairly benign. But that isn't to say that the state doesn't have any creepy myths. As Daily News makes clear, the myth of Catherine of Catherine Mountain has locals seeing things. The story goes that a woman believed by some to be Catherine Downing, who died in 1892 and was buried in a nearby cemetery, lost her life in some tragic accident. What type of accident it was is obscured by history. The spirit of Catherine is said to be seen wandering near the 1,000-foot mountain that shares her name along Blackswood Road. Sorry. And if you come across this spirit, you have a choice to make. Help her or flee. The name for that, yeah. If you choose not to help the lost soul, the legend says you'll be cursed with sort of bad luck that sends your vehicle uncontrollably swerving off the road. Doesn't sound like a good luck thing either to me. I'm just saying, they're right. No shit, the story of Snow White to Joey. That's pretty good. Wait, which story? I want that story told right now. Which one? I'll do it. The hamburger one or the... Wait. I'll do it. I don't know which one which one? The story of Snow White, the Joey version. Yeah. I will check back in just a second. We're gonna go from Maine to oh, wait a minute. Oh, wow, oh shit. Shoot. Ooh. Wow, these all look... Oh, man, there's a bunch of M's here. Okay. Maine was fun. Now, Maryland, the demon truck on Seven Hills Road. The state of Maryland, like many of the older states on the East Coast, has a rich world of folklore and local mythology, probably due to the vast influx of colonists and immigrants from Europe who brought with them bits and pieces of their native traditions. The demon truck that's believed to inhabit Seven Hills Road, though, isn't quite so old, since motor vehicles weren't common when the state first came into being, but that doesn't make any less creeptastic. That is a real word in there, okay? According to Week in Weird, Ellicott City has one of the weirder haunting myths around. The community is believed to be one of the most haunted in the United States, and the essence of all the spiritual activity has spread to inanimate objects. Instead of the legend surrounding a human spirit, it's said that the ghost of a truck is what plagues the pavement of Seven Hills Road. The road itself winds around 7 large hills, hence the name, and if the locals claim that are correct, it seems to be fairly dangerous, mostly because young drivers find it fun to hit the hills at top speed. Many in the area believe the accidents caused on the road aren't due to the daredevil speeds alone, but are caused by the phantom headlights that do appear behind vehicles and drive them off the pavement. Oh, whoa. Okay, I can dig that. Now Now moving from Maryland to Massachusetts. Sorry. Is that right? The weird people of the woods. Now this sounds okay. Sounds good. Some myths are fairly modern, while others have roots in older traditions, and this creepy one from Massachusetts can be traced clear back to legends from the indigenous Algonquin tribes long before colonizers set foot on American soil, according to native languages. The creatures of this myth may be small, but they're said to have wreaked plenty of havoc. Lincoln. As an article from Massachusetts Paranormal Crossroads via Spooky South Coast explains the common myth of Pukwudgies. Oh wait, I've heard of this. Is alive and well in Bristol County, where some locals believe that 2-foot-tall humanoid demons haunt the woods. Once believed to be helpful creatures in the days before the United States, the Pukwudgies are now said to cause a number of disturbances, ranging from messing with hunters in their woods and throwing stones to abducting people who find themselves too close to their land at night. What's crazy about the myth is that people still claim to see these creatures roaming about, but their appearances seem to have influence by European myths of nasty little folk like gnomes and trolls. Well, okay. I'm jumping from Massachusetts to Michigan. A little bit of a jump. A monster who preys on campers. Now, this one is a perfect one for, well, I'm always reading about people, campers and such that run into cryptids. So, let's see what this Michigan monster who preys on campers is all about. Shall we? Torch Lake, just a skip away from Lake Michigan, is one of the most gorgeous inland lakes in the United States. According to Forbes, it's not the biggest thing around, but it's sufficiently deep at 285 feet and houses plenty of big fish for fishermen. Apparently, it's also home to a monster who preys on those caught unaware on its waters, including the local campers. Ooh. The myth of the Torch Lake Monster likely persists thanks to the generations of storytelling at the nearby camp, Hiawatha. Hiawatha? Am I saying this right? I think so. But just because this myth is spread by children doesn't detract them from its merit. The monster, as 99.1 WFMK tells it, is believed to be some weird chimeric cross between a lizard and mountain lion, and gets blamed by locals for the drownings that occur in the lake. With Torch Lake being a fairly impressive tourist attraction, stories of mysterious drownings without known causes are less than rare. So the myth lives on through those tragedies. Again, not talking correctly. The creature, also described as a sea panther, that's a new one, is said to rise out of the water at night to feed on stragglers still within the lake's boundaries. And that sounds like, well, kind of like that. Now, from Michigan to Minnesota, an ancient man-eater of legend. Ooh. Yeah. In Minnesota, one of the most terrifying legends retold and bastardized from indigenous American stories is said to roam the thick timber that covers the northern portion of the state. And this isn't the kind of beast you'd want to encounter alone in the woods, or even with a group, for that matter. Just stay away. According to Park Rapids Enterprise, the Wendigo. Oh! One of the most feared manhunters in all of mythology, which I've done a couple of shows on him. And then, man, the Wendigo is a creepy ass looking. I mean, really, and man, I don't. That's that's her. Oh, which story did you want to hear about? Which one? Wait. I stayed in Bay City in Michigan for 7 months. Is it? Man? Um, stop blaming Lincoln. I will. I'll stop blaming him. I know. Yeah, man. I want to go. Me and Lincoln actually. We're gonna. Well, it depends if we can get enough of a backing. We are going to start going to different states to go to some of these places and do our podcast from there. We were doing it for a while, but it's kind of a lot, I would have the backing I would need would be, yeah, no, I mean, I'd have to be, but it'd be fun, and I think we're gonna try to do it. Okay, anyway, on the Minnesota ancient man eater of legend. The Wendigo man. That's a thing with a weird, like long or skinny, man, a freaky looking thing. But one of the most feared manhunters in all of mythology has been reported in the state as far back as the end of the Civil War. The beast feasts on the flesh of humans. But the creepiest part of the myth is that the Wendigo is said to have once been a human itself. The legend claimed men who turned cannibalistic for one of many reasons, starvation, believed that it would transfer power, or simply because they were Jeffrey Dahmer sick, oh God, transformed into creatures 8 to 15 feet tall, covered in white fur, and cursed to yearn for the meat of their former species for the rest of their days. Yeah, nothing I want to run into. This myth has been popularized in movies and TV shows like Supernatural for years now, which probably has something to do with the Wendigo's popularity. Oh yeah, that was on that show. I forgot. Oh, okay, that's it. That is creepy, man. Okay. Oh, let me read this. And Wendigos are very, very prominent around here, and they are going to skinwalkers, or what they keep talking about in the middle of their break. They do have like a predator likeness to them. They can take the form of cats, animals, humans, and they do have like long black looks, like hair that goes down as if the predator did. But their skin is like holographic almost, but the way you can tell what they are is if their eyes go red and their teeth grow red. Wow, really? Man, thank you for that. That's cool. See, I want you to come on, because that's the kind of shit yes, I like. You said, on my land in Possum Kingdom, we have 19 acres. I am trying to tell you the South Carolina area that I live in is a hot spot. Okay. Wait, you're from South Carolina? Yes, I want you to come on but, Everett, Washington. Really? I used to live I lived in Seattle, and then Everett. I used to go to Everett a lot. Bay City, Michigan. Man, I would love for you to come on, and yes, I want you to come on and tell these stories. We will on the email that I get your address and that we talk. I will get. Well, I'll plan a whole episode with you on it. That'll be cool. That'll be really, really cool. Um, yeah, you'll get all kinds of cool stuff for doing it. Yeah, seriously, awesome. You are the kind of pulpies I am looking for. Plus, you're a patron, and man, you are this podcast. So yeah, I cannot wait to hear those. Going from Minnesota to Mississippi, a man's odor that turns women homicidal. Okay. That's, well, I mean, that's okay. Not all creepy myths have to do with demons or ghosts or paranormal at all. Some surround strange biological phenomena and government conspiracies, much like one that had people in Mississippi quite riled up in the 50s. A mythical disease called Mercritus was believed by some to have infected the population of Mississippi in the 50s, according to the urban legends online. It supposedly caused men to emit a body odor after eating too much lead, like from drinking certain types of paint. So the lead, the paint chips I ate as a child?
Thus, we could assume
Yeah, that's right. Oh, boy. A mythical disease. Yeah, I don't really know. It supposedly caused men to emit a body odor after eating too much lead. When a woman smelled this odor, it would drive her into violent and often murderous insanity. There are even rumors of a riot occurring due to the spread of this mythic sickness. You won't find the evidence of any of this site, though since the government is said to have covered it up, that is why there was even a book published about the incident that claims the smell men were emitting affected every woman on a hormonal level. But only the pretty women are the ones who become killers. Well, okay. We'll just leave that at that. Not make any. Now, to Missouri, just a state not very far from moi. The dangers of Zombie Road. Okay, now this one I've not heard of. As this list makes quite apparent, hauntings don't necessarily have to be centuries old. Houses or sacrificial sites hidden away in remote backwoods. They can also occur. Damn it. Okay. Yeah. That's what many popular myths say anyway. It's likely has something to do with the spooky nature paths with heavy tree cover. Take on as the sun goes down. And Zombie Road in Wildwood, Missouri is just that sort of place. Oh, man. Creepy. Lawler Ford Road, known to the local folk as Zombie Road, is a short hike, but within the minuscule stretch of pavement, there's enough supposed paranormal activity that it's considered one of the most haunted paths in the county, or so Dangerous Road says. Having one of the largest known indigenous American burial mounds in the U.S. located along the stretch doesn't hurt either. Bet it doesn't. The stories of Zombie Road are plentiful, from the rising of spectral indigenous spirits and Confederate soldiers to child ghosts and the lost souls of industrial workers. But the most chilling myths, as Only in Your State explains, is the tale of terrifying man who lives in a shack by the road. The mythical man allegedly attacks couples who are looking for inconspicuous locations to get away from it all. Well, okay. Now we move on to Montana. I think this is the last one because I am running out of time. Yeah, this is. But we'll be catching up tomorrow. Move to Montana. A prison with a horrible past. I don't think this is the only one of that, but the old Montana State Prison was decommissioned in the late 70s. And if you ask some locals, they might say it had something to do with the hauntings inside the prison walls. According to Haunted Hovel, the prison is never an ideal place, even as far as prisons go. It suffered overcrowding problems from the beginning, and this was during the Wild Wild West days, following the Civil War, when conditions in general weren't favorable. It was underfunded, lacking in beds for inmates, and dirty. Not the type of place you'd want to send anyone who wasn't your worst enemy. As you might expect, these conditions led to riots, inmate takeovers, and unusually high death tolls. Many believe the prison is haunted by the angry inmates who lost their lives on the ground. And given the conditions and treatment at the facility, any spirit hanging around would have been very angry. It now serves as a museum where some visitors have claimed to have been attacked by spirits, while others are apparitions or heavy, unnerving presences. Well, that sounds freaky to me, Monards.
That alien.
Well, guys, I am out of time, but I've got to, before I go, I want to read these things from St. LMC. I don't plan on missing any of your episodes, I swear, but I do with all of the videos and photos too, because I believe in bringing receipts. We're going to bring the story. I have to disagree with that, because I believe the reason they outlawed that is to keep us from being able to block out the frequencies they penetrate into our home. I totally agree with you on that. I do totally agree with you on that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have run out of time, but I might be doing another episode around 3, but I'm not sure. It depends on what is going to be going on. Again, everybody, give it up for St. LMC, man. She is a super awesome woman. She's a patron now, and she gets an awesome gift for becoming a patron. If you would like to become a patron, check out my website and go on there and become a patron as well. It will definitely help the channel a million. St. LNC, I can't thank you enough. Someone wants to say.
Hey, St. LNC. Hey, babe, I want to say thank you so much. You are so awesome. We love you here. You are family, and you are welcome here at any time at all. Whatever you do, don't forget, we will email you, and we'll get your address and get everything together to send you your awesome gift.